Apparently, it's going to be 38 degrees Celsius this weekend in Vancouver. That's pretty hot. But you know what's even hotter than that? Having 19 minutes to complete a tainted, forgotten, greedier run. We ain't built for it. I hear you, man. 38 is hot. Like, that's at the level. Like, there are other parts of the world that are hotter, for sure. I mean, okay, let me just level with you. I'm not gonna steal anybody's valor. We have AC. I got a fan pointed on me right now. I mean, I'm wearing a damn hoodie. Like, I'm gonna be fine, but it is still hot. And when I take the baby outside for a walk, it's like, it's hot as hell, man. I mean, a couple of days ago, I tweeted, and I meant every word. I said, it's too damn hot. Let me rephrase. It's too damn hot. Knock that off. And I guess God himself did not listen. Doesn't he know who he's talking to? This is Game Lord 919. I just won my first ever Zoms Royale solo match while promoting the BitSlots All Ages Crypto Casino. Don't forget you can hit the button for free. It's free, but it's also the coward's way out. Oh, never mind, I did it. The fact that that was the win was fantastic. I have to agree. Now we'll do a second bit now, which is like the bit is now over. Now let's do a half-hour behind-the-scenes dissection of the bit. Yeah, you know how the bit came about is I just had a little bit of extra time at the end of the stream. And what had happened before that, a lot of people don't know the context, but I had just had a Snake RX run where I thought I was going to win, but then I made a stupid mistake and I lost. So I was playing it up like I was a little bit annoyed, and I launched into a Zoms Royale game, which I thought would be really funny. Because it's a game that is a little bit, you know, you can just fill some space with it. It's a lot of fun. And I thought, what if I played the role, as I did win a Fortnite game earlier today, of being like a Fortnite YouTuber, you know, tailoring my content to a bit of a younger audience and trying to build a little bit more hype. And then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if we actually pulled the veil back a little bit and talk about some of the negative stuff that happens as a result of that, like, you know, living a life of ill-gotten opulence and stuff like that. And wouldn't you know it, for the first time ever, the little-known fact, much like Sigourney Weaver in Alien 3, you know how she does that scene in the basketball court where she just throws the ball behind her and she dunks it? It was a lot like that. On my second take, I actually managed to win the game, which was really cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. That was in Alien 4. All right, from the top. You know what would be really... Hold on. I didn't even talk about the fact we got Angry Fly here. One of the best items in the game. That run should go to YouTube. I'm just gonna put it on YouTube. Like, I should just go even further on the bit. Let's do one of those thumbnails with like the rainbow gradient. I mean, this is self-parody at this point, but if you know my face is gonna look like... One red circle to point out the... And then also just like some non-sequitur stock photo, like an old man like getting hit in the gut with a cannonball or something like that. You still talk about Mazda Miatas every video? I've referenced Miatas before. I got nothing against them. I think Mazda's a fine automobile manufacturer. I'm jealous of Mazda owners that you know, if you own a Mazda 6 or a Mazda 3, you have one of the best-in-class compact sedans, certainly much better than a Ford Focus. And the Miata, look, it's not exactly 100% my style for a car, but it is a reasonably priced convertible that's a little sporty. And it's got some, it looks fun to drive. I think it's positive, man. I got nothing against the Mazda Corporation. What are you again? I don't remember. Do you know how to drive manual? Absolutely not. No, I do not. We'll never use that properly, so I'm just going to take this for now. They make some good-looking SUVs, too. I don't think I could name a Mazda SUV. I mean, I don't know anything about cars, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but... Can you read a manual clock? Yes. I can read a manual clock. Yeah, do you mean... Yeah, not manual. Hold on. Analog, yes. Manual? I don't know about that. I've never used a manual clock. Sounds like an American Idol contestant. Can you tell me what month comes before November? Don't make jokes at Andrea's expense, okay? Anybody in the moment could have made a mistake like that. She outlasted some people on the show in spite of a regrettable error. Like, it happens. Now, was I surprised that it happened? Yes. But again, yeah, I should point out, at one point on Schooled, I did say... I had to think about it for a second, but I did think to myself, it takes 12 years for the Earth to revolve around the sun, which obviously makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. However, in my head, if the answer doesn't come to you immediately, you start to go through, like, you know, gymnastics. I was watching an episode of The Chase yesterday. It was the smartest team I have ever seen on The Chase by far. They ended up winning the episode. One of the guys was an infectious disease doctor who answered like almost every question correctly. And at one point they asked him, hold on. At one point they asked him, what star is closest to the Earth? And he said Alpha Centauri. The answer, of course, as you probably know, is the sun. It just goes to show you, even smart people, you know, you got gaps in your knowledge, and B, anybody can make a mistake. But I was laughing at it because I think it was actually the, it was like the exact question Malf used to make fun of me for because I got it wrong on Xbox Live 1 versus 100 once. It was like, it was either what's the closest star to the Earth, and I said Alpha Centauri. Yeah, see? When I heard the question and he answered it the same wrong way I did, I was like, I felt a great sense of solidarity. It was a great game. I wish they'd... Like, Masters of the Grid is a really cool game as well, which was the 1 versus 100 that came out, like, I guess 8 years ago now. But you kind of need, like, a Mass Effect for those games, right? Like, part of the environment itself is basically a character. You need, like thousands of people to be playing simultaneously to build up the pageantry. I hate this, by the way. Why won't you die? Oh, because I have no damage upgrades? Fair enough. In fact, I even have a damage downgrade. Bro, just be dead. You're a first floor boss. Just be dead. You're Australian. Be Australian. That's Al Pacino from Tropic Thunder. I'll take some meat. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Champion Ragman, dude. So annoying. By the way, congratulations, Chib. I saw New Zealand won the sports the other day. Congrats. I don't know what sport. I'm going to assume it was probably some version of rugby. But I always love to see New Zealand win the sports. Congratulations. You did it. This is a weird one. Ladder's fun, but so is the rosary. These are both good, but the ladder is more fun. Yeah. It was sport climbing. Not even giving a shout out when Leeds United wins, but you shout out New Zealand. Bro, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what the hell Leeds is. I know it's a city, and I know that in the 2 years that I watched the Premiership, I believe Leeds United was on the outside looking in, trying to make it out of the Championship. So I'm not familiar with all this Leeds United stuff, okay? But I see you tweeting about it, and I'm happy for you. But I also don't know what the hell it is. But I will also say you can't criticize me because the average Canadian knows literally like one professional soccer team on earth. I'm not reading all that, but I'm happy for you. Or sorry that happened or whatever. They happen to have the highest PDA of any Premier League side of the last 10 years. What the hell is PDA? Public displays of affection? People are out here macking on each other during the games? Is that the joke? They love to make out at the games? Could be worse. I've been hearing what some of the fans have been chanting. Imagine your fans being so bad that an industry exclusively designed to funnel money to the top is like, nah, you can't have fans anymore. That's pretty bad. And also, while being bad, something that Twitch should consider. Just my 2 cents. It's bad, but on the other hand, I do see FIFA's point. The Binky? The Devil card? Okay, this run's got a shot, man. Content recently has been super pog. Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a nice comment to read when you've had half a glass of water in the 8 hours that you've been awake and a third of a meatless chickpea curry wrap. And you're a little bit late for the end of your stream as well. It makes it all worthwhile. You know, is those kind of comments that make the simultaneous dehydration, lips slowly cracking like old papyrus. Like it makes it all worthwhile. What happened to your sirloin? Bro, don't even get me started, okay? So here's what frickin' happened, alright? Here's what happened. I was at Whole Foods buying meat. I know what you're gonna say. You made a terrible mistake. Yes, I know. It was very expensive. It's very expensive. So I look in the butcher's block, you know? And I say to myself, I'm not paying you $38.90 for 100 grams of beef tenderloin. Like, that's asinine. You should be out of business. And I'm not paying you $28.70 per 100 grams for ribeye. Because, like, I love a ribeye, but it's like it's a Tuesday, right? So I looked at it and I said, I saw 2 steaks that look good. I said, why don't you give me those 2 sirloins there? He pulls them out. I examine them. I say, this will be fine. Can you add it to my payment plan? And they say, sure. Your monthly payment is now $641 minimum. And I said, that's fine. He passes me a bespoke paper bag with green lettering on it and slaps a little sticker on it. $13.90 for 2 steaks. Not that bad. Not great. Keep in mind it's Canadian dollars. But it's not that bad by Whole Foods standards. Then I got home. Looked at them, looked at the label a little more closely, realized that the reason they were cheap is because they were not sirloin steaks, they were sirloin tip. Sirloin tip might sound the same and is similar, but rather than the lean goodness, and I like a marbled meat, don't get me wrong, but rather than like the lean goodness of a sirloin steak, the sirloin tip is more well suited for cubing or cutting into strips for stir frying. The meat has tough sinews and thick layers of fat that is very difficult to render and gets stuck in your teeth. So anyway, long story short, I just cooked it like I would normally cook a steak anyway. Didn't turn out perfectly, but I mean, it was still okay. But I will say, I made the ultimate admission of... This is good. This is really good. I made the ultimate admission of guilt. When I served the steak, I took some steak sauce out of the fridge. To be like, I will not be offended. If I cooked a good cut of meat well, and someone asked for steak sauce, I wouldn't be offended, but I would be like, I'm gonna make you ask, okay? This time I offered because I knew that, like, you're not really eating the steak, you're kind of just eating a brick of beef here. But it was still okay. Please. Please. Anyway, that's the end. I can't fight you yet. I'm gonna lose my devil card? I already lost it, I think. Hold on. I lost it a long time ago. I will take a small damage increase, please. Technology? No. I don't think it's necessary. I think HP? HP is quite helpful here. Just get like a pork chop. Well, because I've been trying to mix up the meals, okay? So I made a delicious panko-crusted tilapia last week. I made like a nice maple syrup soy sauce glazed pork chop. I was like, I don't want to go back to the pork chop so early. Let's mix it up. We haven't had beef in a while. So I made a mistake. The mistake I made was I cheaped out on the beef. What I should have done is cheaped out on the entire grocery store and gone the one that, you know, it doesn't cost like $15 per steak. I will say though I understand this, by the way, for the record, that you can raise and you can have well, let's put it this way. You can have a slaughterhouse or a farm that treats animals more respectfully. But I was already mad in advance and that was a great item, don't get me wrong. I was already mad in advance. So when I looked at the meat and it had the audacity to have an animal welfare sticker on it that said this meat was created ethically, and I just in my head I was like, oh, so like you didn't kill it then? Like, I'm sure that's a lot of solace for the cow, right? Please. You took my coin. That's not fair. He took my coin on the way in there. That dog tried to bite the back of my hair off. We're okay here. Anyways, oh, dude, Soul of Lilith. The classic example of Soul of Lilith actually doing something useful. Look at that. You gulped the gulped penny? That's good, though. Oh, I see. I could have forced myself to take a hit, which would have generated a coin for myself, and then I could have bought the item. Let's just assume that because we have some good angel items already, that the angel item that would have been in there is actually guaranteed to be bad. So, like, I'm really glad I didn't get it, because it's probably the Bible. That's my bad. Excuse me, that's my bad. This is a hard character to win greed mode as, by the way. Asmodan got you down. It's a really easy character to do lots of damage with, but it's a hard character to be greedier with. So I beg for your mercy as we try to piece this victory together here. Begging for your mercy through text. Get on. What movie should I watch tonight? Let me think about it for a second. You ever see George of the Jungle? Brendan Fraser? Who played the female lead in George of the Jungle? Georgia the Jungle? It was you? Oh, okay. Apparently 2 people in chat played the female lead in George of the Jungle. I didn't know we had an ex-celebrity here. It was not Camilla Parker Bowles. Come on. You're telling me Prince Charles' wife played Jane of the Jungle? It was Leslie Mann. Okay, actually, I apologize for calling her an ex-celebrity. Leslie Mann is genuinely still a celebrity. Star of Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin. She was the female lead in The Cable Guy as well, that Matthew Broderick's trying to reignite his love with. Famously Judd Apatow's spouse as well. Those aren't exactly current. What are you talking about? The Cable Guy came out in 1995. It was 6 years ago. She was a regular on the Colgate Comedy Hour. She used to do songs with Mel Blanc, you know, the guy who did the Roadrunner voice, Meet Me. This Is 40 came out 9 years ago. Did Judd Apatow ever go to prison for making a sequel that nobody asked for to Knocked Up? That's gotta be the weirdest attempted cinematic universe, right? People were like, hey, you know what I really wanted to see more of after Knocked Up? I'll take a letter to the Marty. Paul Rudd and his wife complaining about being old. Okay, I've never seen it. I don't know if it's actually bad. I'm going to save some money this time. Not as weird as taking 12 years to make 3 Avatar sequels. Okay, you got it. You got him there. James Cameron, you have the floor. Would you like to respond? If you don't stop taking my money, I'm going to be very upset with you, sir. Maybe. He's going to respond by making $100 million. Well, I believe you're right. Well, I don't know, dude. It's weird, right? Like, the Avatar is like one of those movies that like everybody saw, but me. But everybody also seems to be completely flabbergasted by the fact that it's so successful, which is weird, I suppose. I feel like it's gonna flop. And I know that that's the majority take. But I think that and anything could happen, obviously. But I just like I'm an Avatar non-believer. I don't wish it ill. I don't care, quite frankly. But I don't think I've ever spoken to anybody that was like, I'm really hyped for the new Avatar stuff. Most of the time I say that, people go, that's because you don't know anybody that's like 8 years old. And that's true. My niece just turned 9. However, this is something that should be like in my demographic, you know? The first movie came out when I was like 20. You see the heat warning for BC? Local meteorologist, twitch.tv/flakblag, was nice enough to inform me that this weekend is going to be hell on earth. Which now I can prepare to make sure my shorts are clean by Saturday. I'm just going to let that one sit there because I really do need to do laundry, but the way I phrased it definitely makes it sound like I shit my pants. So It's funny either way. Tell me you shit your pants without telling me you shit your pants. Yeah, go ahead, hit me, whatever. Let the cops cut off my balls, because they're the cops and they're always right, right? Are you crazy? I just walked over here. I'm glad I'm wearing my brown pants. You know what I was thinking the other day? It's like, isn't it wild that they used that joke in Game of Thrones? Like, at the time, I laughed. But looking back, now, I'm like, you stole, like, a modern, or at least contemporary joke, and then just had, like, a fan favorite in Game of Thrones say it? It's tacky as hell, man. Hold on. What is this heart? Kate's live. Okay, we're gonna finish this one as fast as possible. Ah, Halo of Tears versus Prism, which will actually also do nothing for us. So we'll take this. It is also a damage multiplier. Thank you. That's very helpful, actually. We will not play that. We need our money for the next floor's Angel deal. I'm taking it anyway. Secret rooms. Oh, excuse me. Grace, that's the Go team? Big ups to the Go team. This run goes out to the Go team. They produced Pitchfork Media's 33rd best album of 2005. Big ups. Didn't mean to buy that one, but that's okay. Play Cara Caro Bonito's Flamingo on the plum flute. Yo, did you know that Flamingo's in an ad now? I've only seen the ad one time. It's like for some kind of women's lifestyle product. I just, which makes sense given the lyrics, I guess, but it was very surreal to hear it in a commercial. So honestly, I burned all their records because I was like, I don't listen to sellouts, and they're dead to me. I sent them a strongly worded letter that said, don't forget your fans got you to this point and we can take it away as well. How dare you work with the Body Shop on an advertising campaign? I used to use their almond butter shaving cream and it gave me razor burn. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah. That's because you never asked. We've all been here. Amazing. We've been here all day and nobody even knows my name. Everybody's on their phones these days. We don't even look at porn on our computers anymore. We look at them on our phones? I don't like that. We know these names better than our own grandmothers. Instead of a real middle finger, I like that. That's a good one. Instead of a real middle finger, we send an emoji. Yeah, dude, honestly, keep those middle finger emojis coming. It's a bad habit. I've been giving the finger a lot more. And not even, like, seriously, but, like, ironically. But people that are not in this chat are not in on the joke. One day, I'm going to give the finger to somebody, and they're going to be like, what the hell did you just do? And I'm going to be like, it's funny, it's a bit. And they're just going to be, like, mad. These are not... Holy Mantle's not good enough right now, so I don't even know what this does, but we take it. My brother had a kid, too, and he's doing it a lot. I don't know what it is, man. Well, we could probably buy, like, a thing. Let's limit ourselves here. Are you really worried about being attacked over the middle finger? Not really, like, attacked. But maybe, like, kidnapped or something, and then, like, you know, like, ransomed, maybe? It's so good! I'm so happy I saved the money, and you all doubted me. Yeah, no, you're right. It's not really about being killed. It's more just, like, being rude for no reason. Or for a good reason. I just, you know, really, in public, I have a very simple rule, which is do not perceive me. So I try to make sure that I also follow this rule. Huh? Like you're doing... do not perceive me. Oh, like you're doing right now? Huh? 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 I opt not to be referred to. Exactly. Big cities on friendly. It's actually like nothing to do with... Like, I know I've gone off on this rant before, but it always cracks me up when someone's like, man, all them city slickers don't even stop on the street to say hi anymore. Yeah, because we got, like, shit to do, man. If the closest grocery store was a 45-minute drive away from me, I'd probably be smiling and waving to everybody when I got there, too, because I'm just thankful we all survived the journey. Apart from that, if you see me in the city, do not perceive me. I am running an errand of some sort. We don't need to... I don't know why at all times we have to be on, you know, like everything's a social event. I'm sure depending on where you live, it's like a social event to, like, you know, go to the DMV. But here, you just sort of, like, knock it out, and then you get back to, you know, knocking out your mortgage payment for the next 45 years. I hate not seeing my HP here. What if I am a big fan and I want an autograph? That's no problem. But I will say, it's not like this happens on a regular occurrence. But, like, if you want an autograph, you should have a pen. Because I don't carry that stuff around with me. And it's happened before, like at PAX, for example. Someone will be like, hey, are you NL? Can you sign this for me? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And then we just stand there for a second, and then they're like, oh, I don't have a pen. And I'm like, me neither. Can't keep that stuff in your pocket because it just, you know, the ink leaks out, ruins your jeans. Which is why you should take a photo. The photo is, everybody's got a little, they got a camera these days. Plus, like, I can't even tell you the number of times, without a doubt, that I have signed something at PAX with a Sharpie, and you're signing, like, a super smooth surface, and you're like, this shit is melting off in, like, literally by the time I turn around 180 degrees, I know that signature's gone. But, like, what are you gonna do? Hey, could you get, like, a more binding substrate? No, you just go, you know. You hope your hands aren't too sweaty, and you hope for the best. That's it. By the way, I'm pretty sure we're about to lose again, but we're gonna try. Okay, please do not perceive me. This is how we have to do it. Beautiful. Something like this can get the job done for us. Thank you, Angry Fly. Yeah, guys. They got motorcycles. This is really bad. I still think we can do it. I just need to learn some lessons. The bomb dodging is like, it's next level, man. Okay, at some point we gotta sneak some damage in there. Whether it's meta or not. No! Okay, in order to do damage to you, I must retrieve my mans. Whose man is this? Is my man's? Freeze him. Please. Yes, this is what we need. I think I'm one hit away, personally. No. He's one-tapped. He's one-tapped. Beautiful. That's what we want to see. Wow. I can't believe it. We actually did it. The death card has appeared in the basement. What a stream, man. Fortnite win. Some Isaac wins with Plan C, nonetheless. Did pretty well in the Isaac races. Posted filled for Tainted Forgotten. Look at that. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to Kate. Thanks for watching. /marker, the end. And I'm out of here. /raid, lovely Momo. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye and good luck. Good night and good luck.